What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Godspeed CRC. Now today I'm bringing you guys something completely different from what we do on this channel, and to be 100% honest, usually the imports don't go too well on here, but I know some of you are wanting to see the brand new Kia EV6. Now this one's a little bit special. It's a little bit different than most of them that a lot of people are going to have the chance to see, so I figured today would be the perfect opportunity to go over it before it's revealed at the Super Bowl. And I'm going to give you an in-depth look, show you what it's all about, and show you some of the key features. So I hope you guys can still hear me okay. I wanted to show you this awesome rare vehicle, and this one's actually a GT line all-wheel drive with the 239 kilowatt electric motor, which includes the 330 horsepower electric motor as well as 446 foot-pounds of torque. To go beyond that, it is in steel matte gray, which this paint is a completely different finish from anything we've had before. Absolutely insane, but it looks really cool. This one came spec'd out with the 20-inch wheels, and of course with the GT line you're going to have all of these accessory trim pieces blacked out, and then you can see this crazy design on the back where the tail light is actually a spooler. Got the all-new Kia badge and the EV6 badge as well. Now these are going to come fitted with the cross contact Continental tires, great all-season tires to go with all-wheel drive. One of the craziest things you'll notice is how everything folds in automatically, and actually as you walk up to it like this, it allows everything to open up. Then you're able to stick your hand in and grab the handle just like that, and then you can jump inside. Now you might have seen this, a crazy little sticker that was on the steering wheel. It says, "Warning, this is matte paint vehicle. Do not wash. Handle this vehicle with special care." I've never seen one of those, and we've had some pretty weird stuff. To go beyond that, this is actually a first edition EV6, and it's numbered 70 out of 1,500 that are ever going to be produced. Now the interior is a really nice place to be, and we'll go over that here shortly. And we've got all the EV6 first edition badges all throughout, like little Easter eggs hidden. Now there has been a lot of talk about these and about the range. The all-wheel drive models, on the other hand, are actually going to be rated close to the 300-mile range, but actually topping out at 274. You can see the telltale signs of the heads-up display right there, which is pretty neat. And then it looks like it has a pano roof, but it's actually a standard-sized sunroof, but it looks great from the top side there. And then you've got this awesome spooler on top, and then you also have your taillight spooler that's built in right there, giving you a pretty aggressive styling on the back. But that's enough of the outside. Let's go ahead and jump to the inside and show you guys what this thing's all about. So one of the first things you're going to notice as you open the door is going to be the Meridian sound system, which is usually something you only see in top tier vehicles. And obviously this is a vehicle that can definitely contend not only in the luxury, but in the electric market, which we know has become a luxury market in and of itself. Another first edition EV6 badge. And then you'll also see right here, you do have your gear controls, and of course that badge there for the first edition, number 70 out of 1,500. We've got our combined display of 24 inches, a 12.3 inch screen there, and I guess it would be a 11.7 display right here, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Let's go ahead and shut the door and start this thing up. But before we start it, I need to show you something cool. So you've actually got these buttons right here. So we'll go ahead and auto start, lock button twice, hold down the start button, and you can see there, it's all started up, I believe. And what you'll see right here is a forward and backward button. We're gonna use the up button right now. I have no clue what this thing is doing. And you can see there's no one in there. I don't know how fast this thing will go like this, but this is pretty crazy. And as you can tell, there's obviously no one inside. It's all controlled by the key here. And we're gonna stop it, and then we're gonna go back. Let's see if we can make it go back now. What? This doesn't make any sense at all, but it is an awesome feature to see on these electric cars. Okay, that's enough fun. Let's jump inside. And you'll see here, whenever you walk up to it and press the unlock button right here, that's when your handle's gonna pop out. You can put your key back in your pocket and you just grab the handle right there. So jumping on the inside, with these, you don't need to let them know that you're inside. It actually turns everything on. So you can see your big display there for your actual gauge cluster, or what would be your gauge cluster. And then to go beyond that, you can see your full display here, a 12.3 inch display with all your standard Kia stuff that we've come to fall in love with at this point. And then you can see you've got your climate controls, everything laid out there. And you also have your heated and ventilated seats right there. Now for your gear shifter, you've got your standard selections right here. And that'll automatically disengage our park brake. And we've also got our wireless charging feature right there. Now for the steering wheel itself, it is a pretty cool design. You've got your drive modes right here, so we can go ahead and put it in sport like it should be. And then you have your smart cruise features right here as well, and your adaptive cruise. And this really does drive itself pretty well on the highway, interstate, but on the back roads it gets a little squirrely sometimes. But let's go ahead and just pull it around the parking lot. That way you guys can get an idea of it moving. Hopefully you can see, let me get it to where you can see the heads-up display. There it is. And there's your heads-up display. Now apparently this is actually going to be considered the augmented reality heads-up display, so a little further in depth than what we've been used to on our standard heads-up displays. So it'll be pretty neat to see. I know you guys can't see it well through camera, but I can promise you with my eyes, it looks pretty cool. So in terms of the interior, it's a really nice place to be. Everything seems to be set up very well, and it's pretty impressive, not only for the price point or the range or the performance, but for just the simple creature comforts that are on the inside. They really didn't leave you asking, they really didn't leave us wanting any more. And then you do have your paddle shifters right here, I guess. I-pedal on. I don't know what that means. Okay, so that feels like it adjusts your regenerative braking more than changing gears, because it wasn't doing that until I pressed that up, until I pressed that lever. Yeah, it's definitely for your regenerative braking. And I'll put a seatbelt on, that way you guys don't have to listen to that. Let's do up, I-pedal off. Let's see. Yeah, so that controls your regenerative braking. Now, since we have a little bit different view out of the sun, this is what your sunroof looks like from the inside. Like I say, it's not a full panoramic, but it's still quite large. And of course, where this is the hatchback, you've got plenty of space and a bunch of room in the back as well. And of course, you've got your normal controls over here for your lighting, and then your controls for your windshield wiper over there. Standard steering wheel controls really compared to the Kia market. And then for the heads-up display, or for the head unit itself, you do have a couple extra modes in terms of the EV modes and things like that. You still have voice memo and a lot of the modes that you're used to in something like the Sorrentos or the Tellurides, but this screen really takes it to a whole new level. You can see the texture here on the dash, which is pretty neat. It's like a soft touch material, and it's more of like a leather combined with some cloth. The seats themselves in these are fully perforated, but they are full leather. And then let's put it in park real quick. I'll show you guys how much space is actually in the back. This is how you open the doors in the back if it was unlocked. Let's try that again. So I wanted to give you guys a fair chance to look at the window sticker here. You can see the standard options, and feel free to press pause at any moment. That way you can look over this. And then it goes over your warranty information. And then you've also got the additional features right here. And you can see our pricing, which ends up at $59,885. So in terms of the rear leg space, you do have quite a bit of room. You can see here. And then you can obviously tell here, I'm actually 6'2" and I have plenty of leg room. You can see I've got plenty of space left, and that is with the seat reclined. And you can also see the headroom here. I do have plenty of headroom even in the back. In the front, obviously you can adjust the seats quite a bit more, so it's never gonna be an issue. But in the back, sometimes I do run into it. So if we're sitting all the way up, you can definitely rub your head on it. But if you're just sitting a little bit normal, a little bit slouched like we always do, then everybody back here should be fine. Now, I don't even know how to open this, but I'm gonna guess it's down here. What do you know? And you can see with the hatchback, it actually opens up along the side right here, much like our Stingers do. And then you'll see the rear space is definitely big enough to fit just about anything you need. Plenty big enough to carry your day-to-day items. We've got our little tray right here. And once you open it, you'll see you've got your tire mobility kit. You've also got your, I guess this is charging stuff. Yeah, you've got a charge adapter right there, and of course you can charge these at your house. Then I'm not really sure what this is for, but you've got a little thing right here, probably do something with your charging. I don't know. Now let's move to the front. How do you close this thing? Pretty cool. So let's pop the front here and show you what kind of space you have in there. And you can see you've got 360 cameras, and you've got your intercoolers right there. And doing that gives you access to the front. And you've got a little button you can pull here. It almost looks like an engine, but we know that it's not. And you've got just a little storage space right there, maybe to hold a book or an owner's manual. But it definitely makes it look like there's an engine in there. And you'll notice with this one, it actually has the fire guard, but I noticed in our standard GT lines, they actually didn't even have a fire guard right here, which I thought was pretty weird. Well, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Like I said previously, I know this isn't what we usually post on this channel, but I wanted to give you guys an inside look. I feel like I had a fair opportunity to give you guys some exclusive content that's not going to be released until after the Super Bowl. And we're not even actually allowed to sell these, or supposed to, until after the Super Bowl. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please drop them down below. And feel free to go back and look on my channel. We do a lot of crazy stuff with domestic products, whether it's builds, reviews, or anything like that. So if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, just take it easy.